Sunday morning, a powerful earthquake measuring 6.1 on the Richter scale struck Peru's capital, Lima, and the neighboring port city of Callao at 11:35 a.m. local time, according to the Geophysical Institute of Peru, IGP, disrupting daily life and causing visible structural and facade damage in several parts of the region. The strong tremor was felt intensely across many districts of Lima. Based on IGP data, the epicenter was located 30 kilometers southwest of the Callao Constitutional Province, at a depth of 49 kilometers beneath sea level. The shaking alarmed residents, especially in areas with high-rise apartment buildings, where cracks formed in walls, facade panels became dislodged, and some structures were evacuated as a precaution. Many residents rushed out into the streets, gathering in open areas for safety. In Callao, the shaking was measured at intensity level 4. Although no fatalities or major damages were initially reported in the first hours, the true extent of the incident became clearer as time passed. Structural issues were observed in several buildings across the city. In the Villa Maria del Triunfo district, a high-rise building developed deep cracks along its facade, with sections of plaster peeling off the exterior walls. Authorities cordoned off the area and temporarily decommissioned the building until further inspection. One of the most tragic incidents during the tremor occurred in Lima's Independencia district. A citizen riding a motorcycle taxi was fatally struck by falling bricks that broke loose from a building's roof while walking on El Ermitaño Street. This incident remains the only fatality directly attributed to the quake. Eyewitnesses noted that many older buildings in the area were structurally weak, and fragments began falling from walls as the ground shook. In Callao, the coastal highway Costa Verde, which runs parallel to the sea, experienced large-scale landslides. Rocks and debris broke away from cliffs and fell onto the road, damaging safety barriers and spilling toward the shoreline. Several sections of the highway were closed to traffic. Authorities emphasized that such events pose serious risks for coastal residents and reiterated that landslide threats in this region resurface after every significant quake. Another visibly affected area was Bella Vista, where a popular supermarket's exterior signage collapsed onto the ground during the quake. Fortunately, no injuries were reported among shoppers at the time. However, the building's management confirmed that a specialized technical team was dispatched to re-evaluate the structure's decorative facade elements. According to the Geophysical Institute of Peru, 2 smaller aftershocks followed the main 6.1 magnitude earthquake. Though not as intense, these tremors reignited panic among the population. In response, Lima Metro suspended operations on all lines throughout Sunday, June 15th, as a precaution against potential aftershock-related infrastructure issues. Although no major damage was detected within the system, a thorough inspection was announced to ensure passenger safety. Peru is located in a highly seismic zone, sitting along the Pacific Ring of Fire, an area known for frequent tectonic activity. This geographic reality exposes virtually the entire country to potential earthquake threats. Experts warn that cities like Lima, with high population density and aging building stock, face particularly severe risks during such seismic events. As a result, they recommend ramping up structural inspections, accelerating retrofitting efforts, and holding regular emergency drills.
Se ha desprendido el cerro. Se ha desprendido.
The municipal governments of Lima and Callao issued a joint statement urging residents to seek information only from official sources. They also announced that emergency hotlines had been activated and that shelter, food, and medical support would be provided to those in need. Additional personnel have been deployed to rapidly respond to increased emergency calls following the quake.
Está fregado. Vamos a ver dónde ha sido el epicentro.
The aftermath of this disaster has reignited discussions about Peru's readiness for large-scale earthquakes. In Lima and other populated areas, the resilience of buildings, especially those constructed before 1980, has come under scrutiny once again. Engineering associations have called for nationwide updates to bring all buildings in line with modern seismic codes and urge the government to establish a dedicated fund for retrofitting high-risk structures. While this tragic event is a testament to the resilience of the Peruvian people in the face of natural disasters, it also serves as a harsh reminder that the country must learn to live with earthquakes. These tremors carry not only physical consequences, but psychological ones as well, underscoring the need for greater disaster awareness and serious action against unsafe construction practices. We extend our deepest sympathies to all Peruvians affected by this earthquake and offer heartfelt condolences to the family of the victim. This painful experience is not just a warning, it is a call to build a stronger, more informed, and better prepared society. For reliable updates on disasters like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Stay with us for the most accurate and timely information available. The collapse of the massive Birch Glacier over the village of Blatten in the Swiss Alps has once again revealed the terrifying face of climate change in mountain regions, leaving a small community of 300 residents homeless, helpless, and facing an uncertain future. Last week's evacuation of the village provided a small measure of protection for the residents of Blatten, located in the southern Wallis region of Switzerland, against the looming danger. However, despite these precautionary efforts, the massive collapse that occurred around 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday instantly swept away the valley's landscape and the village's history. Emergency services confirmed that the massive ice mass flowed into the valley, leaving a path of complete destruction. One person was reported missing, but no injuries were reported among the evacuated residents. Rafael Mayoraz, head of the Wallis Canton Natural Hazard Service, stated that the collapse of the Birch Glacier released 3 million cubic meters of material, which surged rapidly into the valley. It was reported that the accumulated debris blocked the Lonza River over a stretch of about 2 kilometers, creating a small lake. Mayoraz noted that a small mountain of debris has emerged in the area, with the full scope of the event still unknown and the possibility of further evacuations looming. Local authorities have requested assistance from the Swiss Army's disaster relief units. This catastrophe is not only a tragedy for Blatten, but serves as a stark warning to all communities throughout the Alps. Accelerated melting caused by climate change is leading to the thawing of the permafrost that has held these mountains together for thousands of years. Scientists, who describe this icy layer as the glue that binds the high peaks, warn that as it disappears, unstable slopes and collapses will become inevitable. Glaciologists have been sounding the alarm for years, urging authorities to take these risks seriously. Blatten is not the last of the threatened villages to be evacuated. A similar disaster occurred in Switzerland in 2017 near the village of Bondo. That event claimed the lives of 8 hikers and destroyed numerous homes. Likewise, the village of Brienz was evacuated 2 years ago due to a mountainside collapse. These past events highlight that the tragedy in Blatten should be seen as a warning. The effects of the climate crisis are no longer a distant possibility, but have become a daily reality for the residents of the Alps. Drone footage captured the massive slab of ice and debris flowing over the village, scraping against buildings and swallowing everything in its path. Images taken from above show mud and rocks engulfing homes and dust clouds covering the sky, laying bare the ferocity of the disaster and the village's abandonment to its fate. On the ground, witnesses reported hearing deafening, roaring sounds echoing through the valley. The Swiss government has promised financial support to help ease the pain of the Blatten community and to ensure that residents can find permanent housing, even if not in their village. However, with climate scientists' warnings in mind, these disasters appear to be an unavoidable fate for other alpine villages as well. If global warming cannot be limited to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, it is predicted that glaciers could disappear entirely. This risk was highlighted in the Paris Climate Agreement 10 years ago, yet many experts believe that the target has already been surpassed and the melting of glaciers will only continue to accelerate. If you want to stay informed about these and other natural disasters happening around the world, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Your support means the world to us. Stay safe.